What if I told you that the very last thing you do before closing your eyes could secretly decide whether you wake up to wealth or to poverty, and that you've been sabotaging yourself every single night without even knowing it? There are nights when you go to bed thinking everything is fine, but silently, without realizing it, you are planting the seeds of poverty into your future. Yes, every single evening, you're either programming your subconscious for abundance or for lack, and most people are doing the latter without even noticing. What if I told you that just 4 simple, everyday habits before bedtime could be the invisible chains keeping you trapped in financial struggle, no matter how hard you work during the day? This is not superstition. This is about energy, mindset, and the magnetic pull of your last thoughts before sleep. Think about it. Your mind before sleep is like wet cement, whatever impression you leave on it hardens overnight and becomes the foundation of your reality tomorrow. If your final emotions are anger, worry, or stress, you are literally carrying that vibration into your dreams and waking up with it embedded in your system. And that vibration doesn't stay silent. It echoes in your relationships, your opportunities, and yes, in your bank account. It might shock you, but many people are unknowingly creating financial blockages every night just by how they close their day. Imagine sabotaging your wealth not because you lack skills or opportunities, but because of the invisible ritual you perform every evening without questioning it. Now, I am not here to scare you. I am here to open your eyes to something that can change the entire trajectory of your life. Because if you can shift what happens in those final minutes before you sleep, you can shift everything: your health, your relationships, your financial destiny. You are about to discover the 4 bedtime habits that silently kill abundance and secretly invite poverty into your life. Stay with me until the end, because what I'm about to reveal might be the missing link you've been searching for all along. If this resonates with you, hit the subscribe button now. Support this channel so we can continue creating powerful videos that awaken and transform your life. And let me leave you with a question to spark reflection. Which do you believe is stronger before sleep? The power of unresolved negativity. B, the power of intentional, positive thoughts. Comment your answer below with A or B. One of the most destructive mistakes you can make before sleep is closing your eyes with the weight of an unresolved argument. Maybe it was a fight with your partner, a clash with a friend, or simply the frustration of a difficult day. But when you carry that emotional poison into the night, it doesn't just stay in your mind. It seeps into your very energy field. You may believe that sleep will wash it away, that by the morning the pain will be forgotten, but the truth is the opposite. The hours you spend lying unconscious are hours in which that negativity takes root, grows stronger, and programs your subconscious to expect more conflict, more struggle, more lack. Think about the mornings when you woke up heavy, unsettled, and couldn't explain why. Chances are it wasn't the dream, but the residue of last night's anger. When you go to bed with bitterness, your body does not rest in harmony. Instead of regeneration, you experience disruption. Instead of peace, your spirit fights against the tension it carried into the night. And the result is not only emotional exhaustion, it's the slow erosion of your relationships, your opportunities, and even your financial flow. Because money, like love, requires harmony. It cannot thrive where anger dominates. There is a reason why ancient wisdom, from the teachings of Jesus to the philosophies of countless cultures, urges us to forgive before closing our eyes. Forgiveness is not about excusing the other person. It's about releasing yourself. To let go before sleep is to cleanse the soul, to enter the dream world without chains, and to wake up ready for a day that is lighter and filled with new possibilities. If you want abundance, do not underestimate this. Release the fight, not tomorrow, but tonight. Step outside if you must, breathe the night air, look at the sky, and allow yourself to remember one thing you are grateful for. Gratitude breaks the cycle. Love restores balance. Only then can your sleep carry you toward peace, and peace will always lead you closer to abundance. One of the greatest dangers to your energy and your future wealth is going to sleep immediately after a disagreement. It may seem harmless: an argument with a spouse, a heated exchange with a colleague, or even the silent resentment from an unresolved misunderstanding. You close your eyes thinking that sleep will erase it. But sleep does not erase. Sleep amplifies. The hours you lie in bed are not neutral. They are powerful moments when your subconscious digests whatever emotional state you brought with you. If that state is anger, bitterness, or frustration, then that is the vibration being programmed into your mind for the next day and beyond. You've probably felt this yourself, waking up in the morning with a heavy chest, a tight stomach, and an unexplainable sense of unease. That is the residue of last night's conflict. Instead of waking refreshed, you wake burdened. Instead of opening the day with clarity, you open it with the shadow of unresolved negativity. And the effects ripple far beyond your mood. Relationships weaken, opportunities slip away, and financial energy dries up because abundance cannot flow into a vessel filled with turmoil. Every culture, every spiritual tradition has spoken about this truth. Jesus urged forgiveness before rest. Ancient sages taught that the mind before sleep is the most fertile soil for the soul. Whatever you plant in those final moments grows deep roots overnight. To fall asleep with resentment is to plant thorns where you need flowers. Forgiveness, on the other hand, is not for the other person, it is for you. It is the act of cleansing your own energy, releasing the poison, and allowing yourself to step into the dream world free of chains. So if you truly seek prosperity and peace, you must break this cycle. Do not close your eyes until you have softened your heart. Step outside, let the earth steady you. Breathe deeply, and find one thought of gratitude to anchor your spirit. This small act can change everything. Because when you sleep in peace, you awaken in abundance. Every night, countless people unknowingly poison their own dreams by the very last thing they consume before bed. Not food, but information. The news, television dramas, violent films, endless scrolling through negativity online. These are not harmless distractions. They are seeds of fear, chaos, and despair planted directly into the soil of your subconscious. When you allow tragic headlines, terrifying scenes, or toxic gossip to be the final input into your mind, you are essentially inviting those vibrations to take root in your energy. And remember, the subconscious never sleeps. It absorbs, processes, and repeats what you feed it. Think back to the nights you watched a disturbing movie or listened to stories of disaster on the news. How did you sleep? Did you wake up refreshed, or did your mind replay fragments of fear and unease? That is not coincidence. Your subconscious cannot differentiate between what you witness on a screen and what you live in reality. If the last thing you feed it is violence, conflict, or tragedy, then it programs your inner world to expect more of the same. The result? You wake up restless, unfocused, and energetically drained. Hardly the state of being that attracts prosperity. Abundance is attracted to clarity, peace, and vision. But when your evenings are consumed by noise, you trade away that clarity for confusion. You hand over your attention to an industry designed not to nourish your soul, but to exploit your fear. Imagine trying to plant a garden in soil contaminated, with toxins nothing pure will grow there. That is what happens when you let the chaos of the media dominate your final thoughts before sleep. The solution is not complicated, but it requires discipline. Replace the noise with nourishment. Instead of television, read a few pages of an inspiring book. Instead of news headlines, write down 3 things you are grateful for. Instead of a horror story, visualize the life you wish to create. In doing so, you are consciously choosing what seeds to plant in your mind. And whatever you plant in those sacred final moments before sleep will shape the reality you wake into tomorrow. The truth is simple yet profound. The state of mind you carry into sleep becomes the blueprint for the life you wake up to. Your nights are not just a pause from the world. They are a powerful reset, a silent rehearsal where your subconscious is writing the script for tomorrow. If you go to bed heavy with conflict, buried in worry, or intoxicated with negativity, you will rise with that same vibration etched deeper into your being. But if you end the day with peace, gratitude, and intention, you plant seeds that grow into opportunities, harmony, and abundance. Sleep is not passive, it is creative. It shapes your energy, your choices, and ultimately your destiny. We often underestimate the sacredness of the final minutes before our eyes close. They are not ordinary moments. They are the gateway between your conscious world and the vast, mysterious realm of your subconscious. In those moments, you decide whether, consciously or unconsciously, what kind of life you are constructing. Poverty and abundance are not random. They are echoes of the thoughts, emotions, and energy you consistently feed into your inner world. The wealthy and fulfilled are not those who simply work harder, but those who align their inner energy with the life they seek. And that alignment begins in the quiet rituals of the night dot, so let this be a call to awareness. Guard the doorway of your sleep as you would guard the most precious treasure. Do not let anger, fear, or despair cross into that sacred space. Instead, close your day with forgiveness, gratitude, and a vision of a life you desire. When you choose your last thoughts with intention, you are not just preparing for a good night's rest, you are scripting a future of peace and prosperity. Big changes do not require grand gestures. They begin in the smallest, most overlooked habits. Tonight, you have the choice to step into bed as a victim of chaos or as a conscious creator of abundance. Choose wisely because your tomorrow is being written while you sleep. When we look closely, the message becomes undeniable. Our nights are not simply the end of the day, but the beginning of tomorrow. Every unresolved conflict, every anxious thought about work, every fear of not having enough, and every negative image we consume before sleep becomes the blueprint our subconscious uses to shape our reality. Sleep is not an escape. It is a powerful rehearsal. It is in those hours of silence that the mind takes what we give it and multiplies it. That is why so many wake up burdened without knowing why, carrying the weight of seeds planted the night before. The truth is that wealth, peace, and fulfillment are not created in the busy hours of the day, but in the quiet rituals of the night. To transform your life, you must first transform the way you close your day. By choosing peace over anger, gratitude over fear, and vision over distraction, you are not only preparing for rest, you are programming your soul for abundance. Deeper lesson here is that small, consistent choices shape extraordinary results. If you can master the final minutes before bed, you can master the energy that builds your future. Start tonight, replace worry with gratitude, replace conflict with forgiveness, replace noise with vision. Over time, you will notice not just better sleep, but a lighter heart, stronger opportunities, and a life that feels aligned with what you truly desire. Now I'd love to hear from you. Before going to bed, do you usually focus more on problems or on gratitude? Please comment below with your answers so we can all learn from each other's experiences. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Your support gives you the motivation to keep bringing you powerful content like this.